Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 5 of SF Sounds. I am here live in the flesh. We actually spend a lot of time in this theater together. Mr. David Sines, how are you, my friend?
Very good, man. Very happy to be here and doing this with you.
Yeah, so just some background here, in case folks don't know this, but David is actually our production and event manager here at the Ruth Williams Opera House, and basically the co-visionary of SF Sounds, man. It's a big deal for you, right?
Yeah, super big deal. Super nervous.
He looks it, huh? No, this is going to be a treat for me because you can always find us here in this theater after hours, just ideating and going back and forth on different things that we like, different things we want to try here in this theater. I really want to just start this off by just saying thank you, because you have been a thought partner in making this space, transforming this space really, but also just this neighborhood as well. You've ingrained yourself into this neighborhood that I know and love, that I'm born and raised in, and it's really, really hard to find a talent that sort of gets the business side, gets the community side, and then also has an artistic vision that is second to none. So I want to say thank you for walking on this journey with us.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, super happy because, like, working here and being in this neighborhood for 8 years that I've known and been around this neighborhood in San Francisco, 20 years, just seeing how the diversity, the people, and how people feed from, being in community, kind of like drives me to like just be creative and inspires me to like bring things and working with you and just being very just having a vision and a specific place where you want to go with this space and this community. Kind of like it's just easy just to dream.
That's right.
And then we just come up with ideas and we feed off of each other,
right.
And we just connect, and it's kind of rare to find that sometimes, for me at least, in some space, and it's just happy that also we just build that trust and we can just go off of each other and then just go for it. Let's just do it, and we have the vision. We know it's gonna happen, and we just go for it. And I'm super thankful that you actually have that trust on me to like go for it and do it. So we've done it. This is our 5th one.
It's kind of wild.
And then also at the same time, me as a performer and as an artist, there's a chance to me to shine, to be able to fulfill my dream that I came 20 years ago to try to do this.
Yeah.
And so I'm super excited.
Love it, man. Love it, man. This conversation is going to go a couple different ways, but let's stay here for a minute and talk about this space in particular. Yeah. The most historic theater in San Francisco. 1888, back when this was, the hinterlands.
A lot of history.
Yeah. And you, like I said, engulfed yourself in this neighborhood and have come up with innovative programs that really hold true to this space and this community. Tools of the Trade, Afro Latinx, and now SF Sounds. Yeah. Let's start with Tools of the Trade. Tell me just where did it begin, and how did we get here, and what was the inspiration behind starting the Tools of the Trade program?
Well, when I came here at the Bayview Opera House, it was called the Bayview Opera House then, 2017, 2016, I just see that there's a lack of a little bit of support in the youth here, in a way that how can we bring this, how can we bring more training, or how can we bring like some workforce to the community here. And we needed some workforce, we needed help. So I was like, I came up with ideas of why don't we bring some people and then we can train them to learn how to do production work, and then that way they can learn from us and they can also work with us and grow and then find some work somewhere else, and just that's how it started. And then also me as being in this industry, I hope I had somebody or a place that you have that training that is free first, and then you can learn a skill and you can get a good job and make some good money. And that's how it started.
Yeah, I noticed that when I see you interacting with some of the participants, feels like a mentorship, right? Opportunity where you see them first, they're doing basic stuff like rapping chords, and then you see them sort of gradually building up to doing more grand events, everything from, community events like a backpack giveaway all the way up to productions and family shows. So it's really, you get a full realm of the work product here.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what's special about this place.
Yeah, and everything starts from wrapping cables, man. Believe it or not, if you know how to wrap cables well, people are going to hire you.
Yes.
Let me tell you that. And everybody in the production role can tell you that. And then if you know how to wrap cables well, and that was my first class. If you pass wrapping cables,
yes,
because I know I've been in the industry, and then I know if like a lot of people will hire you to do, be wrapping cables. It starts from there, and then if people start, try to finding their own like a love for a certain skill.
Right.
And then they start like, oh, I want to do sound more, and then they start working in that path. Oh, I like lighting more. They start working on that path. I like more the stage managing, more like a higher level responsibility. And then they go through that. So it was a really cool aspect how the program started changing, and a lot of people that came out of the program start working here too.
Yeah.
And then they are now also working other places. They're working in other venues and in other production, and they're also working right here now.
Right. That's the beauty, man. You're going to see folks who participate in the program, who are in the union now, who are now getting paid decent money just by nature of being involved. I want to jump to another program that you helped launch, the Afro Latinx Festival.
Yes.
We talked I mentioned briefly earlier about you coming in and immersing yourself into the community. I saw a stat recently that just sticks out to me about the growing Latino population here in this neighborhood. From 2000 to 2022, the population essentially doubled, and that's 3 years ago. That's not that far away. But tell me about like why you thought it was important to bridge that gap between the Black and Latin community.
Well, first because of when I came here 20 years here at San Francisco, you start seeing every community, every neighborhood, every district has their own demographic and their own kind of like history and flavor. And here, being here in the Bayview, I started in 2017 being more involved here in the community, and I still saw the growing population of Latinos and people kind of like being a little timid not to come in because they didn't understand the language, or they didn't know that this is also is a part. Can I come here too? Like for certain programs that are free. So then there are also a lot of people. I'm from Ecuador. I'm from Latin America, South America, and then a lot of people in the community always been like assuming or telling you, oh, you're Mexican or you speak Mexican, and then that's one of the things that like kind of like throw me that there's more than just Mexican. I'm not saying my Mexican people, like my Mexican people, I love everybody, and I don't, but I just want to say that there's more than that. There's a bigger culture. There's a bigger history. We come from different places, and also there's a lot of similarities in our own culture because of it. So I was just wanted to bring that history and that knowledge a little bit to the community more so, because I think it's important in this moment right now. The more that we know about each other, the more respect there's going to be between each other, and the more union we're going to be more unified. Because right now they're trying to separate us, and with just learning more about each other, and through music, through dance, through food, you're going to realize, oh, this is us.
This is us.
So we are together. We should be together, and that's why the Afro Latinx is a huge. And another important thing about the Afro Latinx that the way I see it, like for instance, in our language, Spanish, there's always the male and the female, the O and the A. Yeah. Well, that's how the language is. But the X at the end of Latinx is just, we're in San Francisco. We are it's just to make a more inclusive event for all types of different communities. Right. For the different, it doesn't matter what gender or what sexuality orientation you have. You are welcome to come to this event and learn about the Afro Latino world.
Yeah, and I think that's just symbolic to what this neighborhood has historically been, right? This neighborhood was always working class, It was always diverse. You had, to your point, pockets of folks who settled in this neighborhood and called it home.
Yeah.
You mentioned a little bit about your history. It made me just, think about Elenah and the name, and just to watch you work over the past 8+ years. Give me a little bit of history of the origin story. When was that aha moment for you to say Elenah is it, and what does that mean for you?
Well, I already had that moment always, like 20 years ago when I came here. I always had that dream that I wanted to pursue music. That's what I am into production. That's why I am into audio. That's my thing mostly, because you start loving music and all that, and you try to find a path. And for necessity, I got into production just to make some money.
Right.
And then I started learning that production, the craft, and then I started getting hired in different places, and just kind of like loving to do the craft. But at the same time, in my back of my head, I had that dream always to like pursue my music. My everything that I grew up doing in Ecuador.
Yeah.
And then 2020, the pandemic hit. That's where like you had a lot of time.
Right.
And start doing the music, and we start doing we start working on the music, on our own music. And a lot of people were surprised because they didn't know I can also do music, because they always see me behind the glass,
Right.
working on the technical side, but never in the front, in the front side. So it's been a very interesting. It's been interesting for some folks to see me in that place. But then Elenah. The name Elenah came because that's a nickname that in Ecuador they gave me growing up.
Nice.
And those that understand Spanish will get.
You got
call me
it. I don't understand that much Spanish. Now you got to tell me why. Give me.
Because they used to call me Enano. Enano is shorty.
Oh.
And then, but if you say El Enano, say Elen, and they were like, I don't know, like in the Latino world, it's kind of funny how we put nicknames to everybody. Like if you think bully here is is a big thing, Latinos, they give you a nickname. It doesn't matter.
And it sticks with you.
And it sticks with you for always. They didn't even know my name.
Yeah.
They call me Enano or Elenah, and then, but then that that came into me because of just having that. It just brings me home. Brings me home. It tells me like. Brings me to my friends, to where I grew up, who I am, like who I become.
Right.
It just brings me back home. Brings me family. It means family for me.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's why I started. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. So speaking of sort of family and memories of home and your love for the city, one thing I noticed about your work is just the ecosystem of artists that you keep around you.
Yeah.
And folks, you just mentioned, sometimes you work behind the glass, other times you're the musician. I've seen in your sort of orbit that same out of every artist, that on the surface, during any particular time, they may be wrapping cables.
Yeah.
And then the next night you see them and they're on stage with you, or they're doing the marketing, and then you see them in the background doing vocals and playing the guitar.
Yeah.
Like, tell me about this ecosystem of artists that you keep around you, and why is collaboration important for you?
Oh, well, in the Bay Area, there's a lot of musicians, great musicians, and great artists, and being a musician is tough. It's tough. It's a tough craft. It's difficult. So a lot of musicians have different jobs, different skills that they're acquired, and I kind of relate with them because I do the same thing.
Right.
And then so we kind of find each other, and we start working and collaborating that way, because that's how we support each other.
Right.
That's that community that we're building. Mm-hmm. And then you come into my project, and I'll help you with your project. Right. And then, we don't have any label. We don't have any, we're all independent artists. We're trying to make it and fulfill the same dream. Right. And it's just the beauty of San Francisco is that, there's that trait sometimes, where it doesn't necessarily have to be with money, but like with just
time, talent,
and of course, number one thing that I always see is personality. Yeah. And always trying to find that person that has that goodwill.
Yeah.
And all the same time, it's just great to see. It's just easy to work with some people that has a different skill, and it will like will bring something to your project and elevate it into a different level that you don't even know, and then that person was just a guitar player, but no, it's just more than that, and it just elevates your project too. So you also want to give back to that, and that's how collaboration happens, and I think that's important, and we should keep doing that. I think there's a lot of opportunity here in San Francisco to keep doing that, and that's something that I think we should be doing more.
Right. No, we are obviously fostering that here under your leadership and just in the ethos of what we do, right? Yeah. We're a community center, we're a theater, we have partners in and around the neighborhood that we collaborate with. So it's a joy to watch and a joy to be a part of. Yeah. Tell me, in that same vein of this ecosystem of artists that you're bringing in, I saw the stage plot. There's a bunch of instruments behind us here. Who you got for us? Who's coming to support you here?
So tonight we got on drums, we have Omaru Diarra from West Africa.
Well, see, Omaru, again, he came in here, he's doing work behind the scenes, and then he gets on the drums, and I'm like...
He's a different person.
He came in his full 15-piece suit.
Yeah.
I mean... Yeah, keep going.
Omaru's an amazing talent. He's an amazing person. Number one, he's got a huge heart, and brings his culture into my music too, which is huge. Yeah. And then we when we talk about the similarities, that's where we see the similarities in our own culture. We all come from the same place. Right. So when he plays the music, I feel that. Yeah. I feel that from him, and he respects the music so much, and he enjoys it so much that we connect so good. Yeah. And at the same time, I help him out with, sometimes there's no gigs with me playing. Hey, Omaru, there's another gig right here. You want to work? Right. Yes, please. Thank you, David. He does it. Nice. So now we have, then on bass, we got Miguelito Castuera. He's another good friend, worship leader. And in his community, he's amazing. He has a huge community too, and his energy and his vibe is amazing, and brings a lot of. He plays the bass and brings a lot of beautiful, beautiful rhythm and groove. Nice. We have Tomas Salcedo.
Tomas, that's another one. Tomas doing our marketing. If you've seen all of the ads and the Facebook and it's the man that does it all.
Tomas elevates it, puts it to the next level, and he's, and the guitar, he goes shreds, but then behind the scenes, he does a lot and really elevates the projects of a lot of people. Not only Elenah, he works with a lot of artists, and he's behind the scenes, but if you see a club filled and full, it's because he's behind the scenes.
When I went to see you all at the Madrone, I walked in a little late, and I look up there, and I'm like, Tomas? So he was in his element. Different from what we see behind the scenes.
He's amazing. And also he has his own music. He's just did a new album, but all his original music. So I'm impressed, and I'm always there for support him too with that project. Then we got O'Brien Calderon.
O'Brien Calderon.
O'Brien Calderon on the trombone. Yeah. Amazing artist also. He has his own project, Timba, from Cuba. And he has his own thing. He worked with a lot of musicians. He's one of the biggest trombone player, I think, in the Bay. An amazing person too. We collaborated. We produced some music together too, and it's out there. It's called Veneno.
Oh, nice.
And then we have Sebastián Pinillo from Peru. He's a saxo player, and he's been my right hand in the music organization because he comes from the classical training of music, he knows how to put everything in music in paper. To be able to manage a band large like this, you need some organization. You need a structure a little bit just to be able to have everybody on the same page. Yeah. So Sebastián has been helping a lot with arrangements on the horn section. Nice. And because I'm not musical trained like at school, everything comes from my brain, and I just go and I say
now
la 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 la.
Now it all makes sense. I like that.
And I go like, hey Sebastián, I want to do pa pa da pa pa pa, and then he goes and put everything on paper. Nice. And then that's how the music comes up. Yeah. Okay. And then we got Lucas Davis. He's our youngest in the band. He's a talented trumpet player that is coming out as one of the busiest trumpet players around there too. He's really very, very talented, very nice, really humble person. Love him a lot. Then we got today we got Christian Pepin on the percussion. Got it. And he does a lot of percussion. He's one of the busiest musician in the Bay, working a lot, doing percussions, work with a lot of musicians, a lot of big talent. Super happy to have him here. And we have a special guest that I think...
You know I love a special guest.
yes, and
So-
you know her. You know her.
Oh.
I have two special guests, actually.
Oh, my gosh. All right.
We got Gina Madrid. That
Gina Madrid. Yes.
Gina Madrid, that's also an amazing person, a huge, amazing artist. I respect her a lot, and I inspired by her for so much work that she's done in the community as an activist, as an artist, as a mother. And she has, her music is just such a tremendous explosion of fire. And super happy to have her, and two collaborations in this set. I have two songs that I invite her, and she elevates the song to a different level.
She brings. I saw you all at the Independent.
Yeah.
And it was just next level. Obviously, you see everything that you all do here,
Right.
but to watch it on the road is just sort of next level.
Yes.
And then who's the last special guest?
The last special guest, very important, Chuchito Valdez. Chuchito Valdez,
The legend.
came all the way from Mexico because he stays in Mexico. We flew him in for the Afro Latinx Festival that he's
Yes.
going to be playing. But we, since we've been having this relationship and building this community with him, we recorded a song together.
Nice.
So we're going to showcase that song.
It's almost full circle moment, right? Because Chuchito started off the
first
Afro-Latin
Afro-Latinx
festival that we had here.
And you know, piggyback on your question before, it's just, you see how like all of that connection just happened by like our ideas that we started here talking, and what this space inspires us to do, the potential of this space. And that's what I want a lot of people to know, that this space it brings inspiration, motivation, it brings community together from different parts of the world, and you can create this type of event that this SF Sounds that is going to stay forever.
And that's I think that's the beauty of what we're building here, is that artists who come and perform here not only get a plethora of content that they can use to elevate and bolster their own name ID and their own sort of social presence, it also has an in real life component to it, where folks who are coming hear a live recording of the actual performance in and of itself. So tell me, I thought you were crazy when we first discussed this idea, but talk about the void that SF Sounds is filling as it relates to other things happening in the Bay Area. Why is a program like this so important?
Well, the original idea when we started talking about it is because there's a lot of independent, amazing artists here in the Bay that, you know, to be able to, now in the world that we live right now, in the music industry, how it works is that, you know, everybody's on their phones, and music is not one thing. It's not the only thing you have to know. You have to know how to be an editor. You have to be how to be in front of your camera and create content. And it just the music industry is moving in such a fast way. It's not like it used to be before. Music and just finishing a song is not it. It's 25% of getting your music out. You need to promote it. You need to like create content, do video. So in doing that costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
So that was one of the things that I was seeing, that there's no program out there. There's no help out there or a space that can provide that help.
Yeah.
And that's what and then you came up with the idea, like, what if we do this? And this is great. If we can put this and invite, you know, local artists to come and perform and tell their story, and be able to use this content to, maybe we can pitch it to a festival. They're gonna watch this video, to pitch it to different clubs, or just to showcase your art. It's amazing. And at the same time, who knows? Create an album.
Right.
You know, who knows? That album, it might be the best album you ever created.
SF Sounds Volume 1 coming out. I like it. Let's close with this. You've poured a whole lot into this place and into this community, and you have really shown up as your full self how do you want, when all is said and done, and hopefully the lights never close or turn off in this place, but when all is said and done, how do you want your legacy to be remembered at the Ruth Williams Opera House?
Man, never thought about that. Well, I just wanted to be remembered as just people to be inspired to be themselves. Just dream high, dream it, and don't give up. Don't give up, because if you put yourself into it, you'll make it happen. And I just wanted to, if people remember me as through, like, it doesn't matter what comes into you, just don't give up and try to chase your dream. Try to chase your dream. That's what I think I would love people to remember me. Somebody that chases me, especially like my daughter. I want that my dad, he chased his dream, and I want to do the same.
Yeah.
You
just triggered a thought. I was going to close there, but I'll close with this point. It was during the Kike performance.
Yeah.
Again, another project that I feel like you poured your all into. I had the good fortune of being in the audience. I was the bartender first, and then I was in the audience watching. And you had the merch table, and the place was packed, and I saw your daughter sitting in the corner selling merch.
My daughter working, bro.
Yeah.
I had to work.
The rent is not free.
Yeah.
And so one of the things that stood out to me is I looked over and I said, hey, let me watch the merch table. You should go watch your dad perform.
Yeah.
Like what you were giving off in that moment literally felt like you were living out your dream. And it was a precious moment that I wanted her to see for her own eyes.
Yeah.
How was that for you? This bringing Kike here, putting forth a performance for an icon, someone that's a role model for you. How was that experience?
Oh man, it was a dream come true. Like I said, it was really in every show that I went, and I said, this is a dream come true. Thank you for being here. Like it's an amazing, and it was just an amazing experience, and I gained so much knowledge from a person that I admire so much. I wrote and I listened to a lot of his songs, and a lot of the songs that you're gonna hear is a lot about from him, from his style of music, his lyrics. So it was amazing to be part of that, and very grateful that he accepted and trust and trust that we will be able to pull it off.
Yeah.
It's somebody coming from another country, play his music, go on tour around, and giving that trust. That takes a lot of trust, and I thank him for that. Kike, if you're watching this, and we want to have him back, and he wants to come back too. He mentioned that this place was an amazing performance here, one of the best in the entire tour in California. San Francisco was one of the nicest spaces to perform, and it was a great experience. So, like I said, that was a dream for me last year, and me and Tomas, Tomas is somebody that we worked on this really hard. I want to give him a big shout out, because I told him I would love to do that, and he reached out, and then next day we're talking with the manager, and when we made it happen.
Yeah.
But then you just have to keep following up, and then if you put it in your mind and you have that dream, chase it and finish it, and you'll make it happen. And that's what we're doing with Extra Sounds. Now we're in our 5th one, and now I'm performing. So it's just just let's make it happen, man. And I see your dreams too.
We're building it, man. We're building it.
I think we're gonna go big. So, yeah. And I wanna before we close up, I forgot also persons that are gonna perform today. Special guests.
We got more special guests.
Yeah, we got Sarita Vincenti, which is an amazing singer that's gonna be singing with us too. Puerto Rican that lives here plays with a lot of amazing musicians, great energy, amazing voice. And she performed also the Afro Latinx with Oscar Lee last year.
I think I saw some video online.
Yeah.
I put 1 and 2 together.
So you see how all that how we are building all this community of artists that keep coming back. They know, hey, we're gonna perform at the Opera House. They're like, great, yes, put me in. It's not like oh, we're gonna perform there. No, it's like, yes, put me on. Would love to be part of that. People are reaching out. Hey, when is the next one? Can we be part of it? So, it's just putting ourselves out there is what we've been trying to do, and hopefully we can come up with more ideas. And if anybody has more great inspirational ideas they wanna do, this space, there's a lot of potential. Bring your ideas, bring your passion, your dream, and we can make it happen.
Your ideas, your passions, and your dreams. You heard it here at the Ruth Williams Opera House first. We went over time, but definitely a much needed conversation. And Elenah Music, check them out. YouTube, rwh.org, SF Sounds.
Let's go.
Let's do it.